Last week on Saffy Sprocket, we began our adventure with a delayed start due to faulty brakes, followed by one burnt right hand, one infected left hand, several missed turns, a wild camping trip, one missed ferry trip, a very grumpy attitude, swiftly followed by an inspiring reality check, ending the day with passing out in my tent. After all that, I woke up feeling rather refreshed, ready to take on the day. Now, because I'd arrived late on the Isle of Skye, it meant that I was 2 days behind schedule.
I've just woken up, it's 6:30 in the morning, and I think I've already decided I'm going to stay here another day, because the island is like super beautiful, and I've not really had any opportunity to like look at it at all, and if I was going to leave and go somewhere else, it would mean that I would have to basically leave now, so why would I do that? I've not seen any of it, so I'm going to go to the reception this morning at 8, and I'm going to book another night in the campsite, and then I can leave all of my luggage here, go off and actually ride, and have a day enjoying riding rather than like a day just touring.
I was now in the position where I either had to start making my way down south across 2 days, or spend the entire day exploring the island, taking on the challenge of 500 miles the day after. Not wanting to miss out on the opportunity to enjoy the very thing I came to explore, I opted for the latter route, and figured that was a problem for tomorrow's saffron. So I started the day off by ditching everything in my tent and paying for another night at the campsite. Okay, so the people at the camping site gave me a map, and they told me everywhere that's worth stopping off and also everywhere that's not worth stopping off. So let's have a look. I'm going to plug our first stop in the sat nav. So we are going. Now the staff gave me a free map with a route highlighted in black and recommended that I follow it. So our first port of call is 20 minutes away. Apparently it's not the nicest of roads. It's a lot nicer after this point. But honestly, I'm not complaining. Like, I've seen a tiny fraction of the island last night and I was already impressed. Apparently there's fairy pools as well, which I'm just like super excited about. However, you know me folks, I have all the gusto in the world but very little sense of direction whatsoever. So the next hour consisted of me pottering along like a merry horse, stopping off every 5 minutes to check where I was actually going. Eventually, the allure of a dodgy looking road caught my attention, and it wasn't long before I was getting into mischief. Well, isn't this quaint?
Once I discovered the road was a dead end, I realised I hadn't even made my way to my first stopping point. I decided to revert back to the plan that I was supposed to be following and carry on with my journey. I headed towards my first stop, known as the Great Burn, or whatever name I tried to pronounce while I was there.
Come to our first actual decent stop off. Oh god, why does everywhere have such a ridiculous name? I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce that. Leffelt? Leffelt. We're just going to go with that. Leffelt. But this is what we really came to see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do you suppose it's too windy to fly the drone? Oh my god, I feel that. Oh, don't look down. Oh my god, this is amazing. I might do a little bit of footage. I might have a cup of coffee here, to be honest. But I think I'm going to fly the drone first. Let's risk it for a biscuit.
After a couple of photos, I was back on the road en route to Kilt Rock, one of the very few places on the Isle of Skye that won't attempt to fleece you for a £3 parking fee. Now, I decided to stop and have coffee at Kilt Rock, but I'll be honest folks, I was starting to get a little fed up with these tourist hotspots.
We stopped Fairy Glen, a couple of mountains, a little bit of groggy water, a weird castle. Here's the thing, right, I'm going to go off on a rant now. Do you ever feel like tourist hotspots are, vast majority of the time, not really worth stopping off for? Because that's exactly how I feel right now. I feel like I've stopped off here because I've been told that I should stop off and that it's worth a stop off and it's something to be marveled at. But actually it's just a bit naff. I feel like the vast majority of the time we're being told that we should be like excited by these things. I thought the road I came down was a bit more exciting, if I'm honest. It's just a bit rubbish, you know. There's so many beautiful parts of this island. And a rock is what we're supposed to be amused by. It's a waste of time, isn't it? So, oh well. To the bike we go. Onwards and upwards. Paid £2 for this. Would have been happier if I put 2 quid in the tank, but there we go.
I'm sure the locals meant well when they recommended them to me, but as a biker the real allure was being on the road, so after a fuel up I decided to ditch the dotted lines and make my own trail. Okay, something I've always wanted to do. Hey! Look at his little tail. Hey! Alright, sassy pants. What about you, Henry?
No? Nick! I have some grass. Didn't want to be friends with you anyway. Whoop. There's a car. Whoop. I keep trying to pet the sheep, but they don't want to be friends with me, which is a shame. More fool them because I'm fabulous. But whatever, darling. You clock away. Look at them. So sassy. Whatever. I don't care. I didn't want to be friends with the sheep anyway. Okay, so as you can probably tell, I'm like super hyper right now because these roads, I don't know if you can see, these are literally the best thing ever. Better than sliced bread. I don't even like sliced bread, but these are ace. These are absolutely ace. Maybe I've just not had enough bread. Or maybe I've had too much. Who knows? Who knows? cooker's faulty and reception nearly blew his hand off. The gas wouldn't stop coming out, and then it started to melt. I don't know if you can see, it's now all melted. I'm not even joking, he nearly blew his hand off. Like, if that was me, I would have just thrown it and legged it. Like, that was a serious, like, gas explosion. Oh my god, that was so dangerous.
So after nearly burning down the campsite, I resorted to a good old-fashioned barbecue and a mesh tin situation. I began to consider my exit plan for tomorrow. You see, folks, tomorrow's journey meant heading from the Isle of Skye to the Midlands in one go, and I was already feeling a bit worse for wear after spending a couple of nights in a tent. However, I was determined to get a good night's sleep in order to take on whatever challenges tomorrow was going to throw at me.
So, my price for stopping another day is that I get to pack up in the rain.
Next week on Saffy Sprocket.
4 hours down, 4 to go. I smell terrible.